back to order. Give me a second.
Do any of you guys like French food?
Like, I can't say that, like, I've ever had just French.
Sorry. I was sorry. Just sorry, guys.
I used to live on the other coast of Florida, not other coast, west coast of Florida. There was like this really good French restaurant there. I forgot what it was called, but they had like, it was really good. I know my family used to go there all the time. My sister also drank my sister also like drank wine there at like 4 years old, so not great, but I mean it is what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's good for the soul.
Some might say that.
Yeah.
Logan would say that.
People like.
Logan would.
Okay, I'm calling the meeting to order. I, Chairwoman Penfrock, call this replacement and agenda meeting back to order at 1:45 p.m. Do I hear a motion to suspend roll call by unanimous consent? Also, any objections? Any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. Okay, the replacement agenda committee did not make any adjustments to the current appointment selection criteria. Now we're going to move into deliberations. The committee is not going to deliberate, the committee cannot deliberate for no more than 3 minutes per open seat. Excuse me. Can I use your phone as a Awesome, thanks. Okay, so we're going to start with budget and appropriations, and there's 1 open seat, so you guys get 3 minutes, starting whenever you're ready.
Alright, someone that I liked a lot was Finland. I thought her experience was pretty straight on with budget. She said that she managed budget and finances for, I believe it was a medical club in high school, which she mentioned, which I think goes along with budget pretty well.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed her interview. I would also like to bring up Shiv. I think he had a very strong interview as well. Seems like he's done a lot within the engineering caucus, with the kids, his experience doing that managing for his high school board to allocate funds. I think he did talk about the allocation of funds, but I think she did that in a stronger way.
Yeah, and then I liked Christabel's interview a lot as well. She had good experience, but I think she could have structured her ideas a little bit more towards the budget if that was what she was super interested. Honestly, I think her ideas would be able to work more aligned with like INC.
I agree. I think the ideas were a little bit more general than I would have liked. I would have liked to hear a little bit more about being the president of the bank board. That seems like an amazing experience, and I don't think I fully articulated the way that she wanted to there.
Yeah.
I made it all of my budget applicants.
Okay. We're gonna move into here.
Oh, 729.
Okay. I'm gonna move into the next one. Hold on. Let me check what seat is up. Let's do INC, and then there's 4 open seats, right? No. Yeah, 4. 4. So you guys get 12 minutes. So 12 minutes starting now.
First off the bat, I'd like to highlight Pedro Ruiz-Rubio. He seemed very motivated. His experience with Comcast seemed really great and aligned with the INC committee. And additionally, I think his ideas were very unique, especially like the day in the life with senators. I especially like the idea because I got a shout out. But he seemed very passionate and willing to learn and contribute and communicate his ideas with the chair.
Yes. Well, did he get his INC technical diploma?
We can pause the time for deliberations and we can go back and check.
Okay. I'm gonna stop.
You can move to recess.
Well, okay. I'll just move to recess and then, because I can't record as I'm doing this.
Oh.
Like, do you get what I mean? Yeah.
Let's try
Actually,
that.
let's do that.
Let's do it on the record.
Okay.
Is it time paused?
Wait. Oh, no, here. Wait, it won't let me.
You can just move to recess.
Okay.
Next meeting.
I move to recess until called back by the chair by unanimous consent. Are there any objections? Or wait,
Just so move.
sorry.
You're good.
Any objections? Okay, hearing none, that motion passes. Okay. So,
Perfect. You can probably airdrop it to me. Great. That's what I need on my phone.
can you just record the voice memo on your phone, and we'll listen? Like, do you see what I mean? Like, for the rest of the deliberations.
Oh no, it doesn't work on my phone. It stops
Okay.
at a minute 26.
Okay,
Every time.
that's fine.
It's great. I know. Isn't that great?
Minute 26. That's
Everything left. Don't know why. You would think it was my storage, but like it's completely open.
okay. Did you get it?
Ooh, yes. Thanks.
So he went. What time
You have
He was at 12:05, which would be like 30 minutes in. That's John. So you went way ahead.
seat, and then the rules and ethics committee seat.
Oh, it's before.
Christabel. Do you want to call back to order or no?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Okay, I call this meeting back to order at 1:56. We're gonna listen to the audio to see.
So
Right.
I forget
first we're gonna do hide and seek, and then we'll do RDs.
Oh, sorry. 1:52.
What?
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Nothing.
So first,
Okay.
what are the events that INC plans during the fall and spring semesters, and when do they need to be held?
Is it this one?
Yes, so there are two primary events. There is the Senate retreat and new senator orientation. We start with new senator orientation. It has to take place no later than 3 weeks after the beginning of a senator's respective term.
No later than 3 weeks.
Supposed to be two.
Well, no. It's by the third Senate meeting of the term. Wait.
Which like
I mean,
Wait, let's just.
New senator orientation. We start with new senator orientation. It has to take place no later than 3 weeks after the beginning of a senator's respective term, and then the new senator retreat cannot take place earlier
but
than
it's
2
not
weeks.
weeks. It's Senate
First.
meetings.
Yeah, like if we had a Sunday Senate meeting,
Or like we canceled a
a
meeting.
special meeting, or we canceled a meeting. Yeah.
It's not accurate.
And I think.
Day of classes.
Wait.
And cannot take place later than 1 week from the first day of final exams.
And then for R&E, how many?
Earlier than 2 weeks from the first day of classes, and cannot take place later than 1 week from the first.
Yeah,
That's
the
okay.
first day of final exams. But he said
I mean,
2 for that part. No. Wait. Sorry.
The first one, the second
A
one's
senator's
completely right.
respective term,
yeah.
and then the new senator retreat cannot take place
He
earlier.
said the new senator retreat cannot take place, which is a lot different than Senate retreat. And
Yeah.
you combine like new senator orientation. I just think it's kind of. I mean, wait. I don't even know if I'm on.
Well, no. I mean,
Yeah.
Like technicals are what I check for. So
yeah. I
in
would
my
say,
opinion,
yeah.
I think that the technicals need to be
Yeah.
more clear.
And that's not to say that this is like not ever gonna happen. Like it's like he could come back next week and read it. So let's go back to deliberations
Okay. I'm
before
sorry.
we keep talking about it more.
Yeah. You guys have 10 and a half minutes left for deliberations starting.
More than enough. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna from here on out try not to talk as much during deliberations, but just to like kind of insert myself in this one, I think that the technicals were just a little bit fuzzy, and I think that it's very important for senators to really get the technicals when it comes to committees, because that's kind of like the whole function of it, and we want to make sure that you know what you're doing before you get into it. Obviously, there's a learning curve once you join a committee, but I think it's really important to really nail them down. The interview was great. I think that the interview was awesome, but
Yeah.
I just want to point that out before we continue.
I feel the same.
In the same way. Great interview, we'd love to see him back.
Yeah.
Next person I'll touch on is Ella Frost. I really liked her ideas. I think they kind of align a lot with what we're looking for on INC. She pretty much just talked about making kind of a quick and easy graphics to help people understand more about the Senate and stuff like that, which I think, is always a good idea and something that I want to see.
I agree. Christabel also applied for INC. She talked a lot about her organizational communication skills, and wait.
That's really
You have 7 minutes.
okay.
Anyways, she talked a lot about just within any leadership role, bringing positivity and communication to the role. I would have liked to see a little bit of stronger ideas, but seemed passionate about INC.
Yeah, and then Molly Wayne, I liked her ideas a lot as well. She kind of did the same thing as Ella Frost with her ideas, but I think she kind of gives a unique perspective to the committee because she talked about having like global medical training and working with shans and stuff like that, which I think being able to work with different areas of the US is something that the committee lacks a little bit right now. I think that'd be good to have her as part of the committee.
Yeah, she seemed passionate about student feedback and had several ways to do so.
Yeah.
Transparency and communication is always something we look for in INC role.
Okay. And then moving into, let's do Judiciary Committee. There's 1 seat, so you guys are gonna get 3 minutes starting now.
Valen had a good interview for the judiciary role. I think I liked that she talked a lot about her budget allocation, so I think that was tied more to budget. She seems passionate about Senate, liking to understand it more.
Yeah, I just think she'd be better fitted for budget as of right now. Not to say that she wasn't qualified for JH, but I think budget's better.
From what she discussed in her interview, I think budget
Yeah.
seemed to be a better fit.
And then kind of in the same way with Molly, I think she's a better fit for INC, just because a lot of her ideas were more aligned with INC, and she talked about, engaging like social media presence and stuff like that, which I think is a lot more INC.
That's all I have.
Okay. We are going to move into deliberations for rules and ethics. There's 3 open seats, so you guys get 9 minutes starting now.
I think Keys was the most standout candidate for this. He talked a lot about improving efficiency, and I think through being industrial systems engineering major, he seemed really passionate about finding ways to use digital platforms to increase efficiency. I like his idea about doing that with attendance, and also his motivation about just maintaining that strong relationship with the Senate's constituents.
Yeah, I actually really dig working with these, especially since I'm engineering. That's kind of cool. That is something that I'd like to see. And then again with like Valen, I mean obviously great, but budget really
also seemed better for INC in my opinion.
Yeah.
She didn't really touch on a whole lot of the ideas of rules and ethics or have ideas for that specifically.
Yeah. And then for Pedro, I felt like he had a good interview, but honestly, I'd like to see him on INC more than rules and ethics. And yeah, I'd like him to reapply and maybe get the technical side a little bit more, but I just don't think it makes a ton of sense to go on right now.
I agree. He didn't really outline any ideas for our year relevant experience for that specifically. Again, he talked a lot about like the opportunity to work internally within Senate, which honestly he can do within any committee.
You still have 7 minutes. Sorry. I don't know why it keeps you.
And then,
Moving that maybe all I have.
yeah, I mean, Jacob Martin, but he was
Oh.
so,
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
Okay. And moving into off-campus summer C, there's 2 seats open, so we're gonna give you guys 6 minutes starting now.
I'll start with Jonathan. He really brought the energy. I did like his interview. I dare say that was the most fun interview of the day. But he seems super passionate about probably anything that he does, honestly. And I would like to see him in the Senate. His ideas were a little bit more non-traditional, definitely focused on summer, but I mean, he is a summer replacement, so that's what I want to see.
Nothing that can't be refined.
Yeah.
He
Probably.
has the passion. I think he would bring a strong culture.
Yeah.
He's very passionate about community building, and I think he could do that within Senate and within the general student body.
Yeah, he might just need a meeting or two to get acclimated to Senate, but I would like to see him inside.
I also really enjoyed John's interview. He came very, very prepared. I really liked the resume and the cardstock as well.
Yeah.
I liked that he talked about how he was his chapter's parliamentary oversees the parliamentary procedure. Additionally, I really liked his idea about expanding print locations. He had put a lot of thought and effort into that map where current locations are, where some should go, especially with the health library. I think that could be a great addition, and I think we could see him getting things done over this summer.
Yeah. I liked Tyler McDonald's interview. He
Yes.
definitely had a lot of good experience, good ideas. But in terms of interviews, I just like Jonathan and Sean's a little bit more. Just because I thought they were a little bit more, oriented to like off-campus
Yes.
ideas, like summer ideas, versus his were a little bit broader.
And you know what, as far as Tyler, he's very clearly passionate about this university.
Yeah.
He came back and interviewed again for Senate. His passion was there, his experiences were there, but on those ideas, I think may not have been in the scope of what the Student Senate
Yeah.
accomplishes, and I think John especially really hit the nail on what we're looking forward with.
Yeah. And then
Also, we had Carson.
I liked Carson. But I mean, again, it kind of goes back to the same point as Tyler. I just like Johnny and John's interviews a little bit more, I'd say. Thought Carson, his like class ideas were really good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed listening about that. But yeah, I just kind of felt like the other interviews maybe were a little bit more specific to him.
Yeah, I think he was lacking on elaborating on specific experiences, which I feel like some of the other candidates did better.
Yeah.
His ideas were good. I liked the electronics reusability program and the composting bins.
Yeah.
I like that he came in with the idea sheet, but again, I think John and Johnny articulated
Yeah.
their experiences and their ideas.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see Carson's maybe class seat, but
Yeah.
we only have class in the field right now,
or
We had Damon, but he was summer B only, so he's not currently wouldn't be good. And I think that's it.
Okay.
I guess you get 3 minutes for off-campus A, but
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just gonna start it. Let's go.
yeah, off-campus A is kind of the same people that we talked about. I mean, obviously, it can't be Damon because he is not here for off-campus A, or something, unfortunately. And then as I mentioned, I'd like to see Carson maybe class over off-campus. I think his ideas align a lot more with class. And then, yeah, Tyler, I mean, I liked his interview a lot, but I just think that maybe keeping the seat open just for people applying would be a little bit better, just to kind of see what's out there. Nothing against Tyler at all, but I just think to maybe keep the seat open.
yeah, I don't think there's harm in keeping a seat open. Tyler can come back.
Yeah.
We can explore other options and maybe see if those ideas refined a little bit more.
Okay. I believe that is all of the deliberations that need to be had. Yep. Again, we're, like I said in the last Senate meeting, when it comes to summer B seats, those we're really not interviewing for or considering applicants for until the last RNA before the last Senate meeting of summer A. So I guess next week.
Oh my god. Is
Yeah,
it really next week?
Is it? Did I make that up? Whatever, either next week or the week after.
Yeah.
What are you doing
Okay.
this summer, Logan?
Physics 2, statics, Physics 2 lab, and then the music class.
Experiencing music?
Yep.
That's spring. Oh, Juneteenth is the last day. Do we have school on
I did
Juneteenth?
not take it.
No. It goes up until the
I did not
18th.
take experiencing
So we
music.
have this Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Never mind.
It's my only
So
like
we
just
still have two.
summer A.
So we'll hear those.
Two
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 RNAs.
Assuming that the last one wasn't canceled, TBD on it.
Okay, so that's gonna be the end of deliberations.
Yay.
Now we're gonna move into candidate nominations.
Alright, I move to nominate Leyland Jensen for the Budget and Appropriations Committee seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Christabel Ford for the Open Information and Communications Committee seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Molly Huang for the Open Information and Communications Committee seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Ella Frost for the Open Information and Communications Committee seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Keys Rodriguez for the Open Rules and Ethics Committee seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to table the remaining Open Rules and Ethics Committee seats by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to table the remaining Open Judiciary Committee seats by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate Jonathan Ian Nixal for the Open Off-Campus Summer
We
Seat
love the
Replacement
effort.
seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to nominate John Ringenberg for the Open Off-Campus Summer Seat Replacement seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to table the Open Off-Campus Summer Day Replacement seat by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. Do I hear any other candidate nominations? Okay, hearing none, we're gonna move into
Did
the,
we table the B seats?
no.
Let's
Should
table
we-
those.
No.
Just in case.
Alright,
I want you to do it.
Okay,
so we have
It's just this two. Class and engineering.
class engineering, so I move to table the Open Class Summer B Replacement seat by unanimous consent.
are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
And then I move to
objections? Hearing none, that motion passes. Okay, any other candidate nominations? Okay, now we're gonna move into agenda nominations.
Alright, I move to add a special rule for the replacement seat nominations to as a block by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to add a special rule for the INC committee seats to be heard as a block by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
I move to add all absences to the agenda by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, that motion passes.
And then, that's it. I move to adopt the agenda by unanimous consent.
Are there any objections? Hearing none, the motion passes. I move to adjourn this meeting at 2:10 p.m. by unanimous consent. Are there any objections? Oh, no, I'm just sending it. Bye.
Oh,
Yeah.